Hello and welcome to Kinda Good Movies. Today, first of all, thank you all for 100 subscribers. Just reached that, so this will start with the 100 subscriber special. We're going to do my top 100 movies for 100 subscribers. And sorry if you hear the fan in the background, it's hot today, so I have the fan on. But we're going to do my top 100. This is in order. We're going to do 4 videos of this. So y'all will see it Monday, Thursday, and I'm not going to do the podcast anymore unless y'all want to bring it back. It just didn't do very well, so I think I'm not going to continue with it. So y'all will see it. Right now y'all will see part 1 today, and then part 2 on Thursday, and then part 3 on for Saturday. And then on next Monday, y'all will see part 4, which will be the last 25. So we'll do it by 25s. We're not going to go into detail. I'm not going to tell you what the movie's about. I might spoil something, so spoiler warning. I'll go ahead and say that if you haven't seen these movies. But this is my personal top 25 right now, and then we'll go to top 25 to 50, 50 to 75, 75 to 100. And this is my top 100, so yeah, so I'm just going to kind of go brief on why I liked it and go over it. Wednesday will still be a review day. And some of these movies, a couple of these movies I think, or at least one of them, I'm going to review this Wednesday. So, without dragging this video out, leave a like and sub if you enjoyed. Let's get started. Alright, so the first one, number 1 movie of all time, is Maleficent. Sorry, it wasn't centered. Let me fix the camera and I'll be right back. There, now it's a little more focused. It wasn't focused before. Yeah, I mean, everyone knows Maleficent. I think it's my favorite movie of all time. It recently just beat out number 2, which was my number 1 all time. So, yeah. Number 1, this is it. Then number 2 is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I liked it. I've watched it almost every Christmas and Halloween for the past few years, and I just love it. I love Tim Burton's. I love this movie. I love it all. I think the characters are great and everything about it. Number 3 is The Suicide Squad. I really love Harley Quinn, and I really love the Suicide Squad. I think if y'all watched my podcast, I talked about Suicide Squad in it. Loved King Shark in this. I loved the action in it. Really was overall a good movie. I think John Cena was good. I love the Rat Catcher. I don't know any of the other actors' names, but I love Sylvester Stallone as King Shark. Overall, it was a really good movie. There wasn't a single part I hated in it. The next one is the Suicide Squad. I know a lot of people didn't like this Suicide Squad because of Jared Leto and yeah. So, but I really didn't mind it, especially because he wasn't a big part in it. So, that's all I'm gonna say about it. Just another movie, Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad. Loved it. Loved Will Smith in it. I loved them all. There wasn't a bad character. So. Then the next one, which this is number 5, is Django. Django is a really good movie, and if you haven't seen Django, is a must-watch. I think Jamie Foxx does well in it. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing in it. Denzel Washington's, or not Denzel, my bad. Kerry Washington, excuse me, I said Denzel. Kerry Washington's really good in it, and it's a really good movie. I overall loved it. Samuel L. Jackson was amazing in it. There wasn't a single part I did not like about this movie. It was great from beginning to end. There was kind of the slow part where in the middle they're kind of talking on this rock, and that was kind of boring, but overall loved the movie, and that's why it's my number 5. Now into the top 10. Number 6 is Goodfellas. I watched this movie twice. I think Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci, I think they're amazing in it. I love this movie. I'd watch it again right now. If you haven't seen Goodfellas, is a must watch. I don't know why no one. If you haven't seen it, why haven't you? I love it. It's a good movie, and I think if Suicide Squad didn't take in my top 5, I think it would almost be in my top 5. It is a beautifully made movie. Loved it. I wish top 5 had a 5.5 because I loved it that much. So it could almost, it's almost like a number 1 for me. And I know what you're thinking. Well, it's a number 6. How's it number 1? It could be. My top 5 is so hard. That's what she said. They could be one. My top 5 is my top 10 is so difficult. Like, they could be put in any order almost. I just love them that much. So anyways, I'm not to harp on how good Goodfellas is, but if you haven't seen this, it is a recommend. I recommend it 1,000 times. Next movie, which is recent to the top 10 and recent to my top 100, Fall. I just watched this movie. Amazing movie. If you haven't seen Fall, watch it. It's more towards making people if you fear of heights. It's really good, but just the story and all the things that happen in it and the twist, great movie. I don't want to talk about it too much because this will be my review Wednesday, so y'all will see me talk more about this movie. So I'll just kind of bear and say this is my number 7, and we'll come back to it on Wednesday. Next movie, The Batman. Now, I watched this movie 3 times, twice in the theater, and then when it came out on HBO Max. I think I talked about it in my review on one of the Wednesdays or Fridays, but love this movie. Great movie. Wish it was longer. I know it's a 3-hour movie. I wish it was a 10-hour movie. It's so good. I can't wait for the Batman 2. So I think Robert Pattinson does amazing. I just love this movie. That is number what number was that? I think that was 8. Don't quote me. Let me look. Yeah. So now we're on to number 9, The Cat in the Hat. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this movie. I just love the acting and the goofiness and just how funny it is. Still, the comedy holds up to this day, just on how funny The Cat in the Hat is. The kids are funny. I think it is amazing. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing, because it is a amazingly funny movie. It is hilarious. It has so many jokes in it that are still funny. To even adults, I think it'd be funny. So, yeah. My next one, which is number 10, is ScoobyDoo 2, Monsters Unleashed. I love this movie. I think Matthew Lillard's amazing in it. I really think this is an amazing movie. If you haven't, like I said, if you haven't seen this, it is a must watch too. I don't think the first one is as good as the second one, but I really think this is a amazing movie. I've watched it 1,000 times. The villains in it are amazing. The mystery gang is amazing. I just love it. I love all of it. It's funny. It's great. Jonathan Jacobo. It's funny. If you haven't seen it, I don't, if you haven't seen none of these movies, I don't know what you're doing. I'm sure some people would disagree with me and go, those were mid movies, but really, I mean, great movies overall. Next is number 11, which this one was in my top 10 for I don't know how long, but this was really good. I watched this 1,000 times, it feels like. Really good movie, underrated, great Halloween movie. Not a scary movie, it's more of a kid's movie, but amazingly movie. I've watched it 1,000 times. So, if you haven't seen this good movie, it's just about 3 kids and this house is alive and this old man. It's really good if you haven't seen it. Next is number 12, and I'm sure this don't come as a surprise, especially number 12 and 13. Y'all see 12 is Revenge of the Sith. I just love Revenge of the Sith. I'm sure if you've seen Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith is amazing. The Obi-Wan versus Anakin fight at the end is amazing. All the way through it. I mean, great movie. I mean, generational movie of the 2000s. I think it is a staple movie. I think if you asked 100 people, everyone would say that one was was the best out of the prequels. So, just really good. It's amazing. I couldn't say more about it. Number 13 comes in as number 2 of the best prequels is Attack of the Clones. I really love this movie. This was my original favorite Star Wars movie, but I've grown to like Revenge of the Sith more since then. I just really love this movie. I don't know, the Dooku fight's amazing. The everything that do it. All those are, which I think do it. I said that. Now I say that. Y'all, I wish I didn't say that. That is Revenge of the Sith, but it's just amazing movie. I think it's amazing. I can't say amazing more. It's I think the prequels are the best, and I think that y'all will see later on. I don't want to spoil where it's at, but the Phantom Menace is later on than this, but y'all will see. Now we're on to 14, which is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Another great Dr. Seuss movie made live action. I think Jim Carrey's amazing in it. Just great funny movie. It's another thing like Cat in the Hat where it's funny through it all the way. It's just really funny. I think also it has had the trying to think of the word, had the I don't know, the help of a lot of just popularity of the jokes being made from it that kind of helped to make it even more funny. But love this movie, and that's why it is my number 14. Alright, number 15 is Mad Max, another movie I watched recently. I love this movie. It is a great movie, picture-wise, enjoy-wise. I just loved it. It was amazing. If you haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road, recommend. I think it's an amazingly done movie. The characters, the scenes, everything is beautiful. I think Tom Hardy does amazing in it. So now we're on to 16, which is Rambo. I love Rambo. All the movies I think could be on here except for Last Blood. I wasn't a big fan of Last Blood. So, but yeah, this goes to my top 25. Amazing. I think I said this was number 16. Amazing movie. Amazing. So, yeah, I think Rambo's actions really well. Now we're down to 17, which is Toy Story. Just an amazing 2000 kids movie. Even though it was made in 95, I think it really, just was a 2000 kids movie. A stellar movie. I think Tom Hanks does amazing in it. It just amazing. If you haven't seen Toy Story, you had no childhood or no life. I can't say how good Toy Story was with Sid, and it's just a stellar movie. So that kind of leads me into the number 18, which is Toy Story 2, where Jessie comes in. And this is whenever you find Alice Toy Barn, and that's another great villain. And Prospector Zeke, and amazing. I think Jessie was amazing addition to the 3, and now it's like a staple 3. You think of Toy Story, who do you think of? Woody, Jessie, and Buzz. The staple 3. It's Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2, amazing. So, yeah. Now we're on to 19, which is going to be The Dark Knight. Amazing. I think Heath Ledger's Joker is amazing in it. Christian Bale's Batman's amazing in it. It's a amazing movie. I wish Heath Ledger was still alive just to see a part 2 to this. I loved them. I loved Heath Ledger's Joker. I love Christian Bale's Batman. It's an amazing movie. It's amazing. So, if you haven't seen it, do recommend watching Dark Knight. Now we're on to 20, our final 5. Let me get these and put them in order because I didn't put them in order. We're going to start with this one. Really, these could be in any order, but this is kind of my order. We got Dead Man's Chest. I loved Jack Sparrow. I loved Davy Jones. I just loved... This was my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean. I think it was my first one I watched, and so I just love it. I love it. This is an amazing movie. I love Pirates of the Caribbean, as you'll fix to see. So we'll just kind of go through these fast because I kind of spoiled it anyways. We'll put them together because I'll do this because I also don't have a few of them. I'm missing a couple of them, so this is all the Pirates of the Caribbeans with because this is Black Pearl at World's Ends. I'm missing Dead Man's Tell No Tell, and I'm missing On Stranger Tides. So, but all these movies, I meant to say 5. All 5 of these movies are amazing. So add the other 2 Pirates of the Caribbeans here. They go here. I just love Pirates of the Caribbean. There is not one that I hated. I loved them all. I could watch them all again right now and not be mad. I love them. Johnny Depp is amazing in these. I don't know if they make another one how they will without Captain Jack Sparrow. So Johnny Depp. So it's amazing. I love Barbossa in these. Just amazing movies. I can't say more. I guess it takes me into our 25. So to round it out, the 25, we have Cars, which Cars was amazing. This came out when I was 6, and I probably, my original disc, I probably put through the DVD player a million times. I loved Cars. Lightning McQueen. It is a iconic character. Everyone sees Lightning McQueen or Tomb Raider. You think, them. They're just staple characters. And just amazing. I couldn't say more. I mean, Cars. I mean, everybody knows Cars. If you don't, I just feel like it's a stellar movie, and I think it's high on everybody's list. I think it's so good. So yeah, so that kind of rounds out my top 5. Let me get them all set up, and then I will be right back. All right, all 25 didn't fit, so we just went my top 3. That's my top 25. I do appreciate all the support. Thank y'all for 100. Let's get to 150, and we'll do a special there. So be on the lookout for my review on Wednesday, and then part 2 to this will be Thursday, and part 3 will be Saturday, and then part 4 will be Monday. And I will round out my top 100 for 100 subscribers. So if there's anything y'all do want me to review and watch, always let me know. I am always open to suggestions. Even if you don't see a movie that I have, you can always request it and watch it and see what I think about it. I will always watch reviews. I appreciate the comments. I answer to all the comments, or I like them, or at least acknowledge that I've seen them. Anyways, my Twitter and Instagram will always be in the description. And y'all let me know y'all's top 25. I be interested in see what other people's are. I know my cousin's is not in order, but I know he likes Taxi Driver and Goodfellas and Scarface, and so yeah. So that's kind of my cousin's top few. I know that. But anyways, let me know y'all's top 25, and then I will see y'all on Wednesday. And I think that's it. On Twitter, I always post when I post. On Instagram, I always post when I post. YouTube and Twitter always posts updates on what I'm watching or what I have watched. Like and sub if you enjoyed, and I will see y'all on Wednesday. Bye.